Man, look at you, boy. Kenny Faison, what's going on, man? It's good to see you, folks. We in with another episode of the Musical Moments with the HBCU Collective, and I got my good friend and former next door neighbor on the yard, Mr. Kenny Faison, man. What's going on?
Everything is good, Earvin, man. Glad to be talking to you, man. How you been?
Man, I've been doing great, man. That horn sounds great, man. You got to tell folks. I was on Facebook and saw that you got this new Selmer Supreme 92 DL, man. Talk to us about it.
This is the best horn I've ever played, man. This is the best I've ever played. Now, Selmer has always been my horn of choice, you know, and it's always been the horn that's in my ear. But I played the Selmer reference 54 on tenor, and so I thought about getting a reference 54 on alto. And I was going back and forth with a local repairman and local sax guy named Neil Newcomb, who does Atlanta Pro Winds, and he was, maybe you need to try the 6. And I was like, okay, I want to try a 6. But then with the 6, it's such an older horn. So sometimes you run the risk of it not being durable. You know what I mean? Because and when I saw that this horn was coming out, bro, I put my order in July. I got the horn, what was that? Maybe a few weeks ago. But
it was well worth it, wasn't it?
Oh man, I ran to the UPS truck like a little kid, like a little kid, man.
Man, that's all right, man. You represent Clark Atlanta University real well, man. And hey, man, we were in the jazz orchestra together at Clark Atlanta, and you led the way as the lead alto sax player, man. And look at you now, man. Tell us what's going on with you. Tell us about the Atlanta Showstoppers, and go back and tell us what how HBCU experience at Clark Atlanta shaped who you are now.
You know what I like about our experience that we had, man, is we had people who not only went and got the academic side of music, but they lived the music too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some of the pioneers, like we met James Moody when we were in school, Charles McPherson, Nancy Wilson. We played with some of the great artists, man. And at the time, I think we took it for granted. You know what I mean? Yeah. We had that exposure. And I think that's what music is for a lot. I mean, a lot of the mature side and the nurturing side. After you get nurtured in school, you get your skill, your talent skilled, you get out and you have to live it, you know. And I think we had firsthand experience on people who had lived that, and we soaked it up. I still talk to Pat like he's my best friend. You know what I mean?
I still talk to him, man. James H. Patterson, man, he really laid it out for us, man, and we learned a lot from him. You know, the Gen Network, they honored him this past convention virtually, and he's done a lot for college students in jazz education, man, and especially those at Clark College and Clark Atlanta University. So Pat, we love you. I know you're gonna watch this later on. We love you. He's still kicking, still grooving, man. But Kenny, how has it been being one of the band leaders of the Atlanta Showstoppers?
It's something that I feel Clark prepared me for. You know, I thought about one of the first things I looked at. You remember when Pat used to tell us, always leave the stage the way you found it, right?
Yeah.
As a band leader, man, one of the first things that I did was when we left the stage, I left it the way we found it, right? And it impressed the event planners and the staff at the facility so much to the point where they said, okay, we need this band to continue to come back. So that one lesson right there, that one nugget that he gave me actually pushed me forward to getting more engagements and dealing with agents, you know, because it shows character, it shows integrity, and it shows that you know somebody's coming behind you, you know. And I think that's the biggest lesson we learned too at Clark. You know, we got to do our part now because somebody's coming behind us. You know, I admire what you're doing, man, in education, because I know, you know, that's a critical role in what we have. You know what I mean? And what we're trying to present. Our kids have to leave high school, go to college, and then come to me.
Right.
And I've been more about trying to make myself available to the younger kids now, because I realize I need a feeder. You know, I need a player. I need an Irv. You know what I mean? who knows the sound, who knows the history, and can reproduce it, man. Yeah. And can reproduce, you know. And so I'm like I said, now I'm trying to make myself available. I went and sat with Washington High School, and with Wallace Bonner, also a bass player. He's playing out, you know, so he gives the kids the firsthand information, like, I'm out here playing the gig, I'm out here teaching you as a teacher, you know. And that's another thing that we get from our community, man. You know, just the duality of being a teacher and a performer.
Yeah, man, let me tell you something. the sound you used to making those horns, man, you know, whether we were in the States or overseas, man, you used to bring that smoke every night we hit the stage, man. Hey, man, looks like you got a new weapon to use, man. Why don't you go ahead and play us out, man. Look, folks, this is Kenny Faison. You can look him up on social media, man. Kenneth Faison, the Atlanta Showstoppers. Look him up, man. Kenny, play us out.
All right, bro.
Atlanta Showstoppers, CAU Jazz Orchestra, folks. This is Kenny Faison. We'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks, sir, man. Good talking to you, bro.
No problem, brother.